Good morning, Black Oak clients. This is Ryan Ledden, president of Black Oak Asset Management. Again, thank you for tuning in for an edition of Breakfast with Black Oak this morning. Again, we want to welcome all clients. Again, some of you have been watching for years, which is weird to say because we started this during COVID and we just kept chugging along with it. So we have some loyal viewers and listeners each and every week. We've had some new clients come on board lately. So if this is new for you, this is something we do for clients only every Friday morning. We want to welcome all clients, no matter if you work with me or if you work with Autumn, Parnick, Nick, Damon, and Rick. We're all in a team here. You just may work more individually with them, and all of you probably know Andrea or have had some sort of contact with her, whether it was phone call or via email. She keeps us all in line and keeps us all straight. This week, I came across a mailbag question. Again, shameless plug, but again, I got the radio show on 92.9, the game on Sunday mornings. Again, it's at 6 a.m., so really, really early in the morning. Don't appreciate you if you have tuned in and listened to a show. But again, you got to get your foot in somewhere, and then you can, if the show does well, then you can improve your time slots, if you will. But I figure with my sports background and it being a sports talk radio station, and we're the only financial group on there, so it's kind of a cool thing to do. And then we have separate our YouTube channel, which a lot of my podcasts, it's a video podcast, so you can still tune in to Perfect Game Retirement on our podcast and get it through Apple. Whoever you get your podcast from, you can still get Perfect Game Retirement. My radio show is Perfect Game Retirement, but it's like two different content. So I come up with new content on the radio show and different content on the podcast or the YouTube channel. So the content on YouTube and the podcast is one and the same. It's just on two different media outlets, but YouTube seems to be generating a lot of hits, if you will. I think my first video podcast on there is almost like at 5,000 views. So that's kind of cool. Appreciate that if you have tuned in. It's just crazy how the algorithms of YouTube work, and the more content you put out, the more views and likes and subscribes, all that good stuff. So appreciate you if you have subscribed. I think it's doubled in the last week or two. Now, again, it was starting from not much. So, hey, I'll continue to take doubling of our subscribers. So that's kind of cool as well. But I had a mailbag question come in, and it's a pretty interesting question. And you see the headline of the subject heading, how to avoid RMDs. So one kind of way that most people don't know that you can avoid RMDs is if you are still working past the age of 73, because that's the RMD age as of now. Once those people that are born after 1960 get to that age, then it'll be 75 is the RMD age. But right now it's 73 years of age. But if you're still working and have access to a 401k or a 403b plan, like an employer sponsored plan, you don't have to take RMDs out of those retirement accounts. Now, if you have IRAs, you still have to, but not through employer-sponsored plans. So that's kind of one way to not avoid permanently, but it's a way to kick the can down the road, if you will. There's one little rule or catch, if you will. If you are larger than a 5% owner of that company, then you don't avoid RMD. So myself, I'm 100% owner of Black Oak. And if, our retirement plan, if I was 73 years old and put money in the 401k, I would still have to take RMDs. If any of my employees team members were putting into a 401k and they were over the age of 73, they could avoid or again, kick the can down the road from taking RMDs for that particular year. So it was a good question posed on there. I was like, I need to kind of bring this up. It doesn't apply maybe to not many out there. If any of you do that work with us that are working and still have access to a 401k plan. We have clients that are older than retirement RMD age and they're still working. But there's most of them are you guys out there are owners of the company. So that the rule doesn't apply there. But again, you can always talk about Roth conversions, bringing that IRA account down, because Roth accounts do not have RMDs. Roths do not have RMDs when it is your Roth IRA account. Once a Roth IRA is inherited, then it's an inherited Roth IRA. Then there are distributions that need to be taken over a 10-year time span. But so again, if you're past the age of 73 and you have access to a 401k plan and you want to avoid or again delay RMDs, you can basically put everything in the 401k. You'll still have to take it out eventually when you fully retire, but it's a way to put it off. But I thought it was a great question. I thought I would pose it out to you guys. Something to think about, but hopefully that's a nugget of information. But again, Roth conversions are always a way to do it. You got to pay the tax bill. One quick thing before I let you go. Roth conversions do not count as your RMD. So if you have a $10,000 required minimum distribution that you have to take out of your IRA, and you're like, oh, I'm just going to convert that over because I'm taking money out and then move it over to a Roth. Those don't count. A Roth conversion has to be above what your RMD is. So you have to take $10,000 out of your IRA. That checks the box for a required minimum distribution. Then above and beyond that, if you want to take 15, 20, 30 grand, whatever, and then move it to your Roth, you still have to pay tax on that dollar amount, which is great. But again, it doesn't check the box of it being a required minimum distribution. It has to be above and beyond a required minimum distribution. So anyway, hopefully that is helpful. If you got any questions, email me back on this email that's being sent out. Again, click on the YouTube channel. If you go on YouTube, just put our company name in, Black Oak Asset Management. Videos from me will pop up. We'd love for you to tune in and get more shared content. There's been a lot of referrals come in lately from all of you out there. We greatly 100% appreciate those referrals that get sent to us. And if you have someone that you're like, I think those guys and girls should talk to, someone at Black Oak, then that's a good way to introduce them. Hey, check out this YouTube channel. This is some of the content they talk about. And anyway, so that's a good introduction, if you will. But again, hope everyone has a great weekend. Enjoy this awesome weather that we are having, and we will talk next Friday. Everyone be good. See ya.